I probably should have a look at the counters a little bit and talk a bit about those, even though it's early stages. Orientation of the counter within the hex matters. This unit here is in column because it's facing an edge of a hex. Everything else is in line because it's facing a vertice. I'm not sure whether the cannons are supposed to be in line or whether it makes any difference. I'll have to check that. Again, the colours are a bit flashy, but basically, if it's got a dot in the middle of it, it's artillery, just like NATO insignia. If it's got a slash going across it, it's cavalry. And if it's got an X going across it, it's infantry. And they're the only unit types. You don't get armoured cars at this stage. Thank goodness. Numbers on the counter. You've always got 2 on the front side. One is movement, the other one is strength points. I can't remember what the rules call them. But anyway, that affects stacking and also the number of hits you can take, basically. And sometimes it's used as a modifier, multiplier, or whatever for combat. And then on the reverse side, you have what's called the specific side of a chit. And there's usually a load of numbers down here. And there are things like the unit's morale is always the bottom one. I think that one of them is melee. Again, I'll have to check those in the rules. I will just describe those in more detail when I do some actual manoeuvres in combat. Infantry have got things like the fire value, as well as their morale and other things. And leaders, if we dig out this guy here, they have a bunch of values. And basically, it's how good they are at leading different things. One of these corresponds to infantry, cavalry, cannons, something else. And it affects the sort of like the modifier to rolls when they're stacked with one of those units. Interestingly, units can't stack in this game, with a few exceptions, unless they're with a leader. Basically, they need leaders to tell them what to do, otherwise they get confused when they're trying to stack.